Alright, good morning everybody. It's your boy Akeem. Welcome to this blog. Here to continue with more scout reports headed towards the 2015 NFL Draft. For this blog, I'm here to talk about Marcus Peters, the cornerback coming out of Washington. Now this guy was a for sure first round talented cornerback, but due to many off the field issues, not really off the field issues, but character issues, a lot of people are skeptical if teams are thinking about selecting him in this year's NFL Draft, but I still have him projected pretty well for this year's draft. Now he's actually hailing from Oakland, California, coming from the same neighborhood as Marshawn Lynch of the Seattle Seahawks, and he is close to Marshawn Lynch personally because they're coming from the same neighborhood. Now in high school he was a great standout player, decided to go to Washington to become a Husky, didn't really start too much until 2012, in which he notched up 44 tackles, 3 interceptions, and a touchdown. And in 2013, that's when he caught my attention when he registered 55 tackles, 5 interceptions, and a sack, showing great cover skills as in 2014 as a registered sophomore. But this season, I thought I had a lot of high hopes in this year in 2014, last season in 2014, but he was actually dismissed from the team because of his character issues against the coaches. There were times where he argued against his coaching staff when Chris Peterson took over at the helm at head coach, and he was actually dismissed from the team. So he didn't post up any stats because he's actually dismissed from the team after the second game of the season, and that is a big major concern headed towards this year's draft. Let's talk about his strengths and weaknesses. One thing I do like about him is his combination of length, size, and agility. He's 6 foot, 197 pounds, great bulky cornerback, and he definitely has quick feet to stick well in his coverage, and even he uses his physicality well against bigger notch receivers. Now another thing I did like about him is he has pretty good ball skills, and 3 interceptions in 2012 and then 5 in 2013, showing the increase of his ball skills. He actually led the team with interceptions in 2013. And one last thing is, like I said, I mentioned about the tackles, 44 in 2012 and 55 in 2013. It shows that he would definitely step up and try to stop the run as well, and I think he could use his size pretty good. Now he does have some weaknesses, so as far as his play, one thing that he does tend to do sometimes, he could be a little bit grabby, and that could be a major concern because the teams cannot afford to draw penalties because of him grabbing the wide receivers or his opposing players. He needs to work on that. Yes, there are going to be times where you can grab a player, but you cannot get carried away, and there are times where Marcus Peters does get a little bit carried away. And lastly is the character issues. Due to the fact that he's been arguing with his coaches over the last 3 seasons, honestly, when I looked him up, that is a major concern. You have to get along with your coaching staff, and you have to show that you're a coachable player, and he is showing that he is not. And because of that, I have him as a late 2nd round pick, and at the latest, a late 3rd round pick of this year's NFL Draft. This is a 1st round talent, but due to the fact that he did not play this season because of the issue that he had with the coaching staff at Washington, that is a major concern. He showed that he is not a coachable player, and that is not a good thing for coaches to have a player with an ego on either side of the field, offense or defense. But dealing with a player with an ego, that is a major concern, and that's why I have him as a late 2nd round pick or a late 3rd round pick of this year's draft. Now the next time to catch you guys will be in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to give you more scouting reports this morning. Thank you for watching this blog. I'm your man Akeem McCall. Be easy.